Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Tuesday, June 8th, 2021, and we are again in the final hour of the trading day. The final hour of the trading day is my favorite time to make the majority of my buying and selling decisions, because at the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in, they take control away from the day traders and the algorithms who control it during the middle of the day. They are dealing with the most money, very smart people, best information, best technology, and in my opinion, the closing prices are the most valid prices to make your buying and selling decisions from. So thank you all for coming today. It's always nice to see everyone. I appreciate you being here and spending your time here, and I hope that the time that you're spending and investing is paying off and helping you learn some good trading and investing principles. So currently, the Dow Jones is up 30 points, up 0.09%. The NASDAQ is up 60 points, up 0.43%. And the S&P 500 is up 6 points, up 0.15%. So the NASDAQ getting the best of it today between the three indexes. So here is the plan for today. First of all, we are going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we are going to come back, take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I'm going to manage them going forward. I did have some good day trades today. I'm going to share those with you as well. After that, we are going to go over to the board where my students have their positions. We will go through each position, see how those are doing one by one. After that, we're going to talk about trader psychology. Most important skill you can ever learn in trading is the ability to keep your emotions in check and follow your plan. It is important to be able to learn how to read charts from a technical analysis standpoint, support, resistance levels, all that kind of stuff is very important. But at the end of the day, if you cannot follow a well thought out plan, then the well thought out plan does not hold any value. So it's all between your ears, everyone, keeping yourself in that good, solid, stable mental position so that you follow your plan no matter what happens, and you can keep on trading into the future. After that, I have gone down through my watch list. I have gone down through the results of Kamal's scanner. I do have 3 requirements whenever I'm looking to enter a new trade. The first, I need a confluence or a combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. Number 2, I need to have a good risk to reward ratio, at least 2 to 1. I need to be able to make 2 times what I'm risking compared to what I'm losing, so that the asymmetrical math makes sense. And then lastly, I have to have a complete trading plan. I have to be able to adjust my position size for volatility. I need to know where my end of day stop is. I need to know where my emergency stop is, intraday profit targets, significant overhead resistance levels, and also have a trailing stop plan in place if my positions start to move my way. I don't want to give them all back. So I do have some end-of-day candidates today. I will go through those one by one. We'll look at the risk to reward. We'll look at the different time frames. And if I find something that looks good and qualifies for those 3 requirements, I will go ahead and purchase it before the close of the day. After the market closes, if anyone has any questions for me, please let me know. I'm very happy to answer them. If you need clarification, happy to answer that or clarify as well. And then lastly, if my students have any new positions or subtractions to what's up on the board today, please let me know. But wait till the end of the day so that I'm done teaching, I'm done trading, and the pressure's off, and we'll take as much time as we need to get that all taken care of. Okay, so I am going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer, and I'll see everyone back here in about 40 seconds. Thank you. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. All right, well, let's see who is here today. Michael Wilkinson is here, aka Lova is here. Nice to see you, Michael. Thanks for your comments today in Skype. Always like reading what your analysis is. Hope you're having a good day. Talal is here. Hello, Talal. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you for a bit. Glad to have you back. Hope you're having a nice day. Dan is also here. Hi, Greg and everyone. Nice to see you, Dan. Hope you are doing well and having a nice day. Mr. David is here. Hello, David. Good to see you, sir. Kamal is here. Hey, Greg and all. Good to see you, Kamal. Thanks for everything that you do for this channel, my friend. Really, really appreciate it. What you provide with the scanner and your input is very, very valuable, and I appreciate it. I know everyone else does as well. Kamal says Jeff is popular today. Screenshot in your Skype. Okay, good, because I tried to pull it up and I could not pull it up. Where is the screenshot? Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, that looks good. So let's bring that over here. Oh yeah, that's nice. Now, can I trade that? Let me see. JEF. How many shares traded? Yeah, actually, let me, well, no, I'll do it this way. Yeah, that looks good. False breakout to the downside, V1. That does look really good. Kamal, could you tell me what the ATR is on that? Would that be possible? Let me see if I can do it over here. Okay, I'm not going to mess with that. Okay, so yeah, that looks really good. Really good, as a matter of fact. How much is that stock? 32. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to keep that chart up so that we can look at that, because unfortunately I cannot look at it on my particular screen. But if you have what the ATR is on that, Kamal, I would really appreciate that so I could position size correctly. Gary is here. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Paxton is here. Hey, y'all. Good to see you, Packy. Timothy, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. We're going to have a little Clippers Jazz game tonight. That should be interesting. Michael Wilson says, okay, 0.90 is the ATR, so 1.8 would be the, let's see, okay. Oh, I was pretty close. I was pretty close myself on that one. Okay, good. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. It's good seeing you, Tim. Glad to have you back, my friend. Johnson is here. Hi, Greg and all. Good to see you, Johnson. Gary says, right in the value zone at the mean. Yes, it is slightly above the mean and over 1 million shares traded. So yeah, I like it. I mean, talk about sideways motion. That's what I'm talking about. If Ava's out there, this is what I'm talking about, Ava. This is a false breakout to the downside and a V1. What's the RSI? Do I have RSI on this one? I can just tell that's over 50. Oh, yes, right here. Okay. Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Ava's here. Nice to see you, Ava. Nice chatting with you last night as well. Hope you're having a good day. Steve Burns is here. Good to see you, Steve. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate everything that you do for this channel on a daily basis, Steve. I really mean that. I'm sure everyone else does. And Kamal says JEF is a Michael Wilkinson stock. Awesome. Tim says, I think Jazz take the first game. Well, I hope so. I actually do like the Clippers, but obviously I live in Utah, so I am a big Jazz fan. I've been a Jazz fan for a long, long time, even back during the Heartbreak Bowl days with Michael Jordan. So, all right, well, let's get going. So, I've had a monster trade on this today, everybody. APPN is up 17.19% today. I bought this with an under 30, over 30, moved up, scaled out, took half off here with this ugly bar, took off another half of a half with the close below the previous day's low. Obviously, I wish I had the whole position, but I'm very grateful with this today, up 17.23% just today. And this trade from entry to current price is up 26.21%. Unreal. I am going to take this trade off today. It could go higher. It's fine, but I like to take profits on big expansion bars like this, plus the move already. So this is a monster move, up 26.21%. I'm just going to take this one off. I think I'm done with APPN. Could go higher. I don't care. Just very happy to have this trade. So I will be taking this off today, and did hit 3 profit targets. I didn't even bother putting in the other profit targets as we went up because I just decided I'm going to sell this today and just take advantage of that really big, strong move up. So yeah, this is a monster. This could be the biggest trade I've had of the year. CHGG, Gary and Jonathan and I did buy CHGG. Yes, I have my microphone on. All right. Gary, Jonathan, and I did buy CHGG yesterday with a false breakout to the downside, double bottom bullish divergence, bullish engulfing bar, V1, bought it at 74.64. It's 75.30, up 0.92%. I missed my profit target. You can see I missed it literally by a penny. I think it was by a penny. So that's how it goes. Everything looks fine on this. I'm glad it's up. And just keep this as long as it does what it's supposed to do. CMI. I did buy CMI along with Gary and Tracy. 520 crossover, V1, bought it at 260.59. Went up initially nicely. Did take some profits. Yesterday had a horrible reversal bar. It closed below both the 5 and the 20, which are the moving averages that I use to take the trade. So I did sell half as a precautionary measure. This morning, I thought I was a genius because it went down so much, but it is up a little bit today. The 5 is still above the 20, so I will keep this as long as the 5 is above the 20. If the 5 closes below the 20, I will just have to go out and take a loss on this trade. So this one definitely is a slight loss, but also the loss is mitigated because of the taking profits, which is why I like to do that. LMT, I did buy LMT along with Lilia, Johan, and Jonathan. Nice little sideways motion, 520 crossover, V1, bought it at 384.99. Moved up strongly for 2 days, took some nice profit targets on those 2 strong moves. It is up to my 1.5 ATR trailing stop level, which means now I'm in trailing stop mode. Therefore, if I get a close below the previous day's low, I will get out of half. So right now we are below the previous day's low. If it closes below there, who knows what will happen as we get towards the end of the day. But if it does close below the previous day's low, that's my signal to take half off. Again, because I moved 1.5 ATRs from my trailing stop. So, closing below the previous day's low it's a bit of a warning sign, right? It's a bit of a red flag, but I'll only sell half in case it's just the initial pullback with another leg up. So anyway, this trade is still nicely up. MSTR, huge reversal day. I did buy MSTR, I guess I'm the only one, with a combination of an under 30, over 30, rejection of the 200-day moving average, bought it at 454.92. Moved up nicely. I sold half here with a close below the previous day's low. My end of day stop is a 200-day close below the 200-day moving average. But as you can see, we have thoroughly rejected any prices under the 200-day moving average. Now, I sold half here. I've taken profits here. Now, I am going to, if this holds, I am going to keep this position, but I'm going to reload. I bought here, profits, sold half, so I don't have the same amount of shares that I started with, but I really like this. I like that it's a higher low, serious rejection of the 200-day moving average, close above the -1 HER channel. So if this does close above the 200, I will reload, and it will just be a new trade. I hope that makes sense, and I'll get rid of these entries and I'll just treat it, reload my shares and treat this as a complete new entry. Philip Morris, wow. Well, Frank, and is it just Frank? Yeah, Frank and I did buy Philip Morris. So it was a nice setup, return to value, sideways motion, false breakouts at the downside, V1, bought it at 97.45, had 2 nice up days, and again, Took advantage of those up days by taking some of the profits and locking them at profitable levels. This is a horrible reversal bar. This is a V1 to the downside. It's a false breakout to the upside. It's a loss of the 50-day moving average. So I am going to just step in here and sell this at the end of the day and just take a loss on this. This is a horrible reversal bar, so I want to get out of this and just call it, just take the loss, which it is. But again, that's why I like to take profits on the way up, because it mitigates this loss down. All right, so yeah, big day down on Philip Morris today. REKR. Anyone else in this? Jonathan, Tracy, Paxton, and Lilia and I are in REKR. I bought this here with a close back above the 200-day moving average when the MACD was green. Bought this at 11.58. It is up 2.75% today. And so far on this trade, up 3.1%, and did hit one profit target earlier. I don't see any reason to sell this, so I will keep this. Let's see, SPY had a nice overnight SPY trade. I always buy the SPY at the close, hold it overnight, take the overnight risk. I bought it at 422.19 yesterday at the close. I sold it today at 423.16 for a nice little overnight SPY trade. I will buy this again at the close, hold it overnight, sell it first thing tomorrow morning. TER, David, Paxton, and I got in TER with the 520 crossover here at 127.70. Moved up, did take profits, did get 1.5 ATR trailing stop level. Sold half 3 days ago with a close below the previous day's low. Took profits there. Went up yesterday. Hit some more profits today. It was up earlier. Almost got to my to my profit target bid, but did not. I'm watching this to see if today, if we close below both the 5 and the 20, just like I did over on CMI. If it closes below both the 5 and the 20, which are the two moving averages that I took, I will get out of half my position. Twitter, I did take Twitter along with Tracy, Paxton, and Gary, and I think that's it. Yep. This was a great trade. Thanks to Kamal for pointing this out. Close under, close over the 200. Really good risk to reward ratio over a major moving average. Bought it at 52.58. Moved up just beautifully, moved 1.5 ATRs from trailing stop, closed below the previous day's low. I sold half, kept the other half, up, 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 up. Took some more profits yesterday. It is down 1.64% so far on the day, but it is up 10.26% on the week. All right, here we go. VIX. I did have a nice VIX trade. I spoke with Ava last night, and I pointed this kind of trade out. We were talking about crossovers. We were talking about breakouts. And I said my favorite breakouts occur when you have a lot of sideways motion, particularly in the value zone. So you can see on the 5-minute, the VIX, which is moving sideways, moving sideways, moving sideways. I bought it here at, oh, did I erase my, I must have. All right. Well, here's a fractal. Here's a high with two lower highs to the left. Here's a high with two lower highs to the right. I bought it right here at about 33.25 roughly. I don't have time to look right now, but I put in the stop there when it triggered that fractal. But more importantly, the sideways motion was the key. So I bought it about 33.25. I didn't sell at the end of that bar. I sold the end of the next bar at 33.60. We came up here. I knew it was likely that we would have some resistance at that 250. So I didn't wait till the end of the bar. I took it there right when we got up there at 33.82. Then we had a close below the previous day's low. So this was a great trade based upon a breakout of sideways motion. Bought at 33.25, out at 33.52, out at 33.60, and out at 33.82. So that was a fantastic VIX trade. And ever since then, it's just gone nowhere but down. Okay. And then lastly, I had a trade on the Qs. Good little trade. Bought the deep dip buy right here with this combination of the bounce at the 200-day moving average and also the under the negative third, over the negative third. I kind of had to hold my nose and buy this, but it did turn out well. I bought it 335.39, had some consolidation, sideways motion, finally had an up bar. I sold half at 336.10. Few bars later, had another up bar that got higher, another higher price, 336.33. Had another one here at 336.55, and I was done with the trade at that point. So got in at 335.93, out at 335.84, out at 336.10, and out at 336.55. So day trading's been pretty good the last couple days, and grateful for that. Okay. Oh, shucks. No, I didn't. Okay, good. All right. Kamal has had a nice trade on Apple with a close back over the 200-day moving average and the V2. Kamal bought it at 125.89. It's currently 127.25, up 1.06% on the day, and so far up about the same on the trade. Did reject this previous high, did reject the 50-day moving average. Just pointing that out, but nicely, clearly back above the 200-day moving average, and also MACD being positive now, which is good. Match.com, Kamal, Tracy, and Paxton did have a nice trade on Match.com. Higher low, closed back over the 200-day moving average at 137.90. Nice big up day yesterday, down just a little bit today, but currently on this trade, Tracy, Paxton, and Kamal are up 3.37%. So congratulations. Win. All right, Gary bought calls on Win yesterday with this return to value V1. Did pull back a little bit today, tested the halfway of that washout bar, which is good. I'm glad to see that that's holding. So Gary bought these expiring June 18th, so about 10 days from now, $130 strike price. It's 128.02. He's going to need that to be above 130 plus the premium that he paid for buying the calls as well. So I hope that goes up for you, Gary. AB&B, Gary bought, wait, we have someone else here. Jonathan, Johan, and Gary bought AB&B with this nice looking chart here. Kamal had a beautiful trade here, but a little lower. He exited, but this sideways motion, Ava, this is again what I'm talking about. Sideways motion leads to trends. Trends lead back to sideways motion. I don't know why it is. That's just how it is. That's how it is in life. But I remember I really did like when this took off here from the sideways motion and into the momentum. But Jonathan, Johan, and Gary did buy this yesterday. Not yesterday, excuse me. Back here on the 27th at 143.20. It's 147.90. It is down just a smidge today, but it is up 3.33%. So congratulations to all of you. Uber down a little bit today. Gary bought Uber back here with the close back over the 200-day moving average at 48.20. It's currently 49.78. Is down 1.93% today. Did test the 200-day and bounce, so that's a good sign. I don't know if that's what your end-of-day stop is, Gary. But that would make sense to me, but a little down on the day, but up on the trade. DKNG has been a monster for Gary and for Frank. They bought the 520 crossover at 49.60. It's 55.12. It's up 3% today alone, and it is up 10.34%. So congratulations to Frank and to Gary. Bill, Paxton, and Tracy bought Bill at 149.50. It's 160.27. It's up 4.08% just today, everyone. And this trade is up 6.84%. I couldn't be happier and prouder of Tracy and Paxton, two of my former students that just really wanted to get in there and learn trading. And boy, I mean, what a great couple. I mean, it's a great it's a great hobby for you two to have as a couple, to get into trading with each other and understand it and kind of have that as a hobby. Hobby sounds like a bad word, right? But it's something that you learn together and that you kind of experience together. And I think it's just great. I think more couples should trade together. All right, ELY. Frank bought ELY all the way back here at 27.75. It's up 2.14%. This has been a monster. Frank sold half here which I think is always a good idea. Take a little bit when everybody wants it. But this particular trade for Frank, up 23.83%. Wow. Levi, this is Kamal. Ooh, glad to see this back in the money for Kamal. Kamal bought this back here. It looks like from a false breakout from the previous low. Bought it at 26.81. It's currently 27.34. It's up 3.44% today. And Kamal is up 2.05% on the trade in total. So fantastic. Roku. All right, Steve Burns and Jonathan bought Roku with a 520 cross yesterday at 341.50. It's currently 339.60, down a little bit today and down a little bit on the trade, but looks like the 520 is still holding. And then Shopify is another Kamal trade. Nice little false breakout to the downside, V1. Bought it at 12.31 even. It's 12.31.06, so it is up 6 cents. So it is up on the day, and it is up on the trade. Okay. That was a mouthful, everybody. Frank says APPN. I know, sweet, right? It's pretty sweet. I'm out today, though. I am getting out. That's all there is to it. Oh, I missed some up here. Okay, 52. George is here. Good to see you. 52. What does that mean? Oh, RSI is 52. Kamal says Amazon Gap at the 200. Yeah, I think I have Amazon on my list. Yeah, I have my Amazon on my list today, so we'll take a look at that. Michael says, thank you, Kamal. Found it on the scanner. Nice. Lilia is here. Good to see you, Lilia. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Frank is here. Frank, thank you for everything you do for this channel. I mean that. I really appreciate your poems. I know everyone else does, and you are just an unbelievable, blessed poet, and so glad to have you here. Steve says, beautiful APPN trade, crazy move. It is. It's great. Monster Johnson says MSTR bounced to the 200. Yes, that is probably one of my favorite ones to buy today. Steve says new ETF that holds companies highly exposed to Bitcoin, BITQ. BITQ. Ooh, I don't have that one, probably because it's newer. Okay. Gary says I'm in MSTR 455.05, same day as you. Oh yeah, I have Gary here. I have Gary and Tracy. Steve says there's a new 520 crossover on Angie. Let's take a look at Angie. That's Angie's list, ANGI. Yes, there it is. Steve had a really good trade on Angie a couple weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, Steve, if I remember. So let's put that in there. Please don't let me forget about JEF. I can't put it in my... Oh, that's going to be tough. That's going to be interesting for me as far as the podcast goes on how I'm going to show that. All right, I'm gonna have to do some thinking about that, but I do like that a lot. And yes, I like this here. I mean, I like the 520 crossover. It's not too extended. It's above 50 RSI. It's not up here. I mean, we may have resistance here, but we may break through and go through also. You never know. Frank has a poem for us. Fantastic. Let me paste this over here. Do a little something like that. Okay, here we go. Poem from Frank. Who are we to demand a stock grow? We are but the keepers, as you already know. A trader must manage the positions they sow, for the market is a garden amidst a circus sideshow. Wow. Unreal. So good. Okay, who are we to demand a stock grow? We are but the keepers, as you already know. A trader must manage the positions they sow, For the market is a garden amidst a circus sideshow. Well, you've got that right. Wow. Yeah, we can't demand that a stock grows. We're just the keeper and holders of the stock, and we have to know what to do with it. We must manage the position and manage the position while this whole circus sideshow is going on. Unreal. Just fantastic, lovely poem. Thank you so much, Frank. Beatnik finger snaps to Frank. For sure. Dan says, cool, Daddy-O. Couples that trade together stay together. Oh, let's read that again. Steve says, couples that trade together stay together. Isn't that interesting? That is an interesting concept. I have said that. As a matter of fact, I mentioned that to someone last night, to Ava last night. I think men have a certain, what's the right word here? I want to be careful. I think men have certain advantages when it comes to trading, but also certain disadvantages to trading. I think women have certain advantages to trading and maybe disadvantages. I literally think that the best trading couple would be a man and a woman, so they can bring both of their strengths to the table. But I'm certain of this, talking many people about it, teaching both men and women about trading. So yeah, if you have a spouse out there, like Steve says, couples that trade together stay together. And Steve trades with his wife, so he knows what he's talking about. Steve says, check out the 2 new Wall Street bet meme stocks today, Wendy and Clove. Yeah, I heard about Clove earlier. Let's take a look. WEN. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Wendy's drive-through? Wow. Unreal. Unreal, Steve. And Clove. C-L-O-V. We've traded Clove in the past, haven't we? Oh my Hannah. Up 83% today. I guess that close over the 200 was the right move. Unreal. Steve says new 520 crossover on UTZ. Ultra Brands. Yes, it does. Let me write that up there as well. UTZ. Let me do a little mathy math. All right, so I'm going to put that down on the list. Thank you, Steve, very much for that. Okay. Okay, do I have everything together? Do I know what I'm doing? Do I know what I'm doing? Steve says, I think they both had high short interest. Oh, I'm sure. When I studied with Dr. Alexander Elder, as you know, he likes to trade double bottoms, bullish divergences, so forth. But one of his procedures when it comes to identifying stocks is that he looks, I believe, on finviz.com, looking for the short interest ratio. And if it has a high short interest ratio, he's more interested in buying those double bottoms with bullish divergences because he knows, obviously, right, that if it has a high short interest and it does move up, those shorts are going to be forced to cover, and that will add buying fuel and therefore hopefully or likely make the stock go up. So yeah, when you're caught in a short squeeze, that is not a good deal. Vinny is here. Good to see you, Vinny. Thank you for the nice review over on udemy.com. Vinny says, my wife just started trading because I think she got fed up with me telling her what I'm doing. Fantastic. Like, really, I sincerely mean that. And you're going to be better traders, the two of you together, Vinny, because she is going to see your results. That's going to make you accountable to her. and vice versa. Just the fact that you're accountable to someone and that they're looking at your trades. Like if we just had to post like our P&Ls every single day, like out there on, Facebook or whatever, don't you think that would make you a better trader? That actually just gave me an idea actually. Yeah, I'm so glad to hear that, Vinny. Let us know how it goes, would you? But yeah, I think, husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend doing that together, whatever kind of partners you have, doesn't matter, right? But just working with a partner and being accountable, I think is just fantastic and a great idea. Okay, let's head over to Trader Psychology Land. This is from one of my favorite channels over on Twitter, Money Trade Edge. Better thinking, better trading. It's a great channel. Go over, support them. They have nice, succinct posts, but they're always valuable and helpful. Let's see what it says today. Successful traders are just amateur traders who kept showing up until they found success. Whether it's trading, whether it's sports, whether it's anything, if you keep showing up, you're going to get better at something. When I was young, in my 20s, I had a business partner by the name of Rich Bernstein, really smart guy in California. And, we became good friends. He was a big distributor of my chewing gum. And, I think one day I kind of confided it and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem to be, going as fast as I want, or there was something going on. And he said, Greg, he's a smart guy too. He said, you're going to do fine because you keep showing up. And he goes, that's 80, half the battle, just showing up. And regardless, whether you're trading, sports, business, just show up every day, keep trading, keep doing your business, show up, be consistent. That's what will get you to the finish line. It really is. And as far as trading goes, every great trader, the Michael Jordan of traders out there, like Bill Simons and Paul Tudor Jones and, all these big hedge fund managers, they started out just like you, everybody. Everyone was an amateur at first. They just kept showing up. They kept working. They kept learning. They kept doing repetition until they got better. Same with poker players. Poker players, you either get better or you quit. And in trading, you either get better or you quit. And if you don't get better, you're going to lose your money, and that's why you're going to quit. But this is such a great post. Successful traders are just amateur traders who kept showing up until they found success. So if you want to be a successful professional trader, you're doing what you need to do. Just keep showing up, keep following your process, account for volatility, get out of your dang stops, or when your stops hit, get out, keep that money, preserve the money, let the winners grow, keep the weeds out of your garden. That's what it's all about. But thank you so much, Money Trade Edge. Better thinking, better trading. Please support this channel. It's really good. And here's the guy from Billions. What's his name? Axelrod? I forgot the first name. Anybody know his first name? That's going to bug me now. The guy from Billions. Axe is the last name, right? But I can't remember his first name. Or maybe it's his first name and I can't remember his last name. I'm not sure. I'm getting old. So, all right. Great post there. Hope that helped everyone. That was good for me and good reminder. Dan says, new trader. That sounds like a job for Super Kamal. I like that. Super Kamal. And he is super. That is for sure. Vinny says, sure. Steve says, Wall Street bet short squeezes are making history over the past year with GME, AMC. Let's look at GME. I have no idea. Am I going to be amazed? Woo! My goodness. I just feel bad for those shorts, thinking every day is going to be the top. Just remember, everybody, when you're shorting something, there's only one top. There's only one significant top. Like, are you going to get it? You might with the right setup and so forth. But just remember that. There's only one top. It is really tough to hit the top. Is this it today? It could be. That's a bit of a bearish bar. I mean, we went way up higher. Now we're down lower. We may lose the 70 RSI, but I'm not going to get in there and mess with that. I can tell. Bobby Axelrod, you're right. Bobby's one of my favorite names. Thank you, Vinny. Kamal said, Steve says, Kamal, you need to write a trading book. I 100% agree, Kamal. I would totally buy it. I would totally buy it. And AMC, let's look at AMC. Yeah. So, I mean, what's happening? We were going up, 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 and now there's some indecision and we're moving sideways. Bobby Axelrod. That's right. Thank you. I haven't watched that. I watched a bunch of those seasons, but I haven't watched it for a while. All right. Quick look before we start to look at new stuff. APPN is on the chopping block today. This is a monster. I'm usually not in stocks like this, but it's fun. It is definitely fun. I'm just taking this off the table. I don't care. It could go up to 200. I don't care. I'm just going to take the profits in this. I'm going to invest it back in ones that have better risk to reward ratios, better levels. At this point, the risk to reward seems a little skewed to me. I mean, I could go off of the 50, but I'm tired of it, to be honest with you. I've had it for a while. I've had it for 2 weeks. Kamal's probably mad at me, but you're going to have to forgive me, Kamal. All right. I am going to sell this today. Chug, doing good, doing well. Be fun if we could hit a profit target. Get on up there. Come on, buddy. Get on up there, buddy. Come on, let's go. Up to 75.94. Let's go. You can do it. But up nicely on the day. CMI, doing fine. Up 5 cents. This has been a little struggle. Started out so great, but I will be keeping that until the 5 crosses under the 20. Lockheed Martin, I am going to have to keep my eye on Lockheed Martin. I did move 1.5 ATRs from trailing stop. Now it looks like I have a close below the previous day's low. So very likely I am going to sell that. I'll just have to watch at the end of the day. MSTR, I'm going to reload and buy MSTR here with the close above this upward sloping 200-day moving average. So that is definitely, let me write down my favorites here. Boom, 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 boom. Philip Morris, I am selling. That is a nasty reversal bar. Holy Hannah. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to sell that now. Aren't I? Yeah, I'm going to sell that now. That is just so ugly. Okay, Philip Morris is gone. REKR's doing fine. I'm going to keep SPY, overnight SPY trade. Of course, I'll buy that at the close. TER, I'm going to sell half of TER because of the close under the 5 and the 20. Let me put a little reminder here to myself. And then Twitter's fine. Kamal says, a bit too premature. My wife has published books on Amazon. It's a good way to leave a legacy. 100%. I think everyone out there would buy a Kamal book. Gary says, keep a Frank 10% trailer. Nope. Not doing it. I have become bored with APPN. Now, I'm going to sell it. I am really going to sell it. It wouldn't be a bad idea. Honestly, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Kamal says, Greg, APPN 250 could be your new stop line. Could be, but I'm done. I'm done with it. I am done with it. Please forgive me, everybody. But, Dr. Alexander Eller always says, enough is enough, and it's enough. It's enough. 250 would make sense, but I've just made the decision in my mind. When I make a decision, I make a decision. JEF still looks good. All right, here we go. Let's take a look and see what we have today. Bitcoin, if you're looking at Bitcoin, this is the come on, Greg. CME exchange. I mean, look, did we bounce off the 30? The micro strategies is a little different, but essentially it's keying off of this. Yeah, I mean, it literally bounced right at the 30. The other thing I want to point out is that, you know, anytime you revert 50%, it's generally a pretty good time to buy something. You know, we've gone from the low up here. We've lost the 50% here, but, you know, the month's not over either. So, again, I am going to buy, let's see, MSTR. I need to put that down and just treat that like a new. What is it? MSTR. Yeah. As long as it holds that 200, that's the key, everybody. As long as it holds the 200. All right, let's look at Amazon. Amazon, great, nice, big, strong close back above the 200-day moving average. MACD crossover under 50, over 50. It's fantastic. I am not going to buy this today, and you know why. It's above the 200, but the risk to reward does not look good to me. I don't like that we rejected the 50-day moving average. Long term, this probably is going up after this big move, held the gap, all that kind of stuff. If I want to get in Amazon, I just wait for a little bit of a pullback. Ideally, a retest of the 200 would be fantastic. But I'm not going to chase Amazon with this big of a move. Remember, it's all risk to reward, everybody. Walmart. Earlier in the day, it had a false breakout to the downside and a V1. It's kind of untriggered itself. It's lost the 200, so not interested in that either. Angie, 520 crossover, as Steve Burns, over the 50 EMA. Does have to handle the resistance levels that we have here. Can it do it? I don't know. Obviously, if I knew. On the weekly, it looks pretty good. Bounced off the 50, holding. The one thing that comes to my mind right here is the halfway of this big old weekly down bar at about 1463. So, you know, that's like 18 cents above. Although we do have a higher low V2 on the weekly as well. So could be good. I don't know. It does have a legitimate 520 crossover. But I think I'm going to pass on that one. UTZ, another one that Steve mentioned here with the 520 crossover. Oh, this was from Frank a long time. I'm going to pass on this one because look at the weekly. We're getting close to the halfway of that weekly bar. And from a Fibonacci standpoint, we're probably going to find some resistance there. So I am also going to pass on that one. Monster. MicroStrategy. I like it. I mean, a lot of volatility here. But I like that one, and I also like the one that I can't pull up, which is JEF. False breakout to the downside, sideways motion. What's this? This volume? Yeah, this is volume. Makes sense. This is going to be an interesting one for me to trade because of the charts, but I will make it through. So yeah, I like Jeff's and I like MSTR today. This is kind of a cluster here, isn't it? Okay. All right. Okay. Now, I have to take care of something real quick. Give me about 45 seconds and I will be back. And I'll be back. Hold on. Okie dokie. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right, I'm selling APPN against everyone's wishes, but sorry, everybody. Done and done. Cody's having a big day. I don't know if anyone remembers the Cody date, the Cody Kamal days. Momo, pretty good. Don't like the risk to reward anymore. Let's see if anybody wants to look at anything. Greg said, oh, I'm not forgiven? Oh, how dare you. Okay. All right. I'll write it down in my forgiven and not forgiven book from Kamal. There's more not forgivens than forgivens in that book. Steve says, I agree, Greg. I have seen 50% pullbacks in many market to be a good Fibonacci number. 100%. You know, especially with indexes. If you can get an index back to 50%, as long as you have a good risk to reward like we do on Monster or MicroStrategies, yeah, good. I'm glad to hear that, Steve. But yeah, I'm a big believer in the 50% retracement. Yavar says IQV. Yeah, that's legit. Return to value, 2 days sideways, V1. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Let's look at the weekly. Little high for me up there, honestly, but is holding the 5 EMA on the weekly, which is good. So, yeah, that looks pretty good, Yavar. Dan says, Kamal, I will not be surprised to learn you are in a future Market Wizards book. Wouldn't that be awesome? That would be so great. That would be so great. And yeah, I forgot the name of the author. Jack Schwager. Jack Schwager, if you're out there, you know he's a big listener to this podcast. But yeah, you should definitely have Kamal. Frank says, Conan O'Brien. Oh, we have a quote from Conan O'Brien. I decided that the one phrase I do not want on my obit is that he died before his Botox doctor could revive him. That's good. I decided one phrase I do not want on my obit is that he died before his Botox doctor could revive him. Yeah, that'd be kind of embarrassing. Kamal says, thanks, Dan and Michael. I would not mind either. Atex, good to see you. Greg, do you typically use just market orders? Yes, I do. I do. Unless it's a stock that has a wider bid-ask spread, then I try to middle it. But, you know, generally the stocks that I trade, the larger cap stocks, the mega stocks, generally have pretty good liquidity. And so, yes, I just use the market orders. My overnight SPY, I use a market on close order that I put in earlier in the day so that I don't have to worry about it. Which reminds me, do I have that in there? I do. Okay. I just bought MicroStrategies. I'm going to buy Jeff. I think I'll wait on that one though. I do like that IQV. That looks pretty good. Let's check Jeff again. Looking good. Nice false breakout to the downside and a V1. 1.5 million shares traded. That's all good. That's all good. Oh, no wonder I can't move any of this. This is a graphic. That's right. No wonder it keeps staying the same. Oh. TER, I have to sell half. I almost forgot about that. All right, I'm going to buy Jeff. Oh, shoot. How much time do I have? Ooh. All right. Okay, I have a minute. Okay. I'm done. I'm done except for my overnight SPY trade. Huh? What? I don't remember doing that, but okay. All right, so let's take a look and see where transactions are. SPY, overnight SPY trade, I bought at 422.28. I bought Jeff at 32.35, and I bought MSTR at 459.21. So MicroStrategies, I'm moving to a brand new entry point, almost exactly the same entry point as I had before. And so I'm going to move that up. Where did I buy it? 459.21. 459.21. Boom, right there. And again, I reloaded on this one because if I wasn't in the trade, I could take. I like this trade better because it's a higher low V1. This one was a lower low, and I always like higher low V1s better. Jeff, I can't put here because it won't pull it up. And SPY, I bought at probably pretty close to where I bought it last time. 9 cents higher. 28. Okay, so just gonna have to remind me to take a look at Jeff's because I cannot put it in here. That will be interesting from a trade management standpoint, but I have TradingView I can use as well. All right, so listen, before we take a look at, or not take a look, but before any of my students, if they can update me with their new entries or exits today. Before we do that, just want to remind everybody of 3 things. One, I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I teach a really good course, a one-on-one course, just you and I. It's 15 hours, 5 sessions. Each session is 3 hours. I know you're going to be a better trader. I put a lot of work into this course. It means a lot to me that my students succeed. Is very important to me. So I do spend a lot of time. I burn a lot of calories listening very carefully to my students, whether or not they are understanding, comprehending what I'm teaching them. I do a lot of tests to make sure they do. We do a lot of simulation trades, but I teach the 5 different setups that I use. I teach you step by step. If you want to be a better trader, seriously, take my course. You will be a better trader. I mean, what you're going to learn over these 15 hours will have a positive effect on how you trade and position size and choose your positions and how you trail them. But it does cost $1,750. It's worth every penny, I can assure you. So if you are interested, just send me an email. The email's in the link the link is in the description of this video. Just send me an email, say, Greg, I'm potentially interested in taking your course. I'll reply and say, great, that's fantastic. Let's get a Skype call going. I just want to learn more about you and your trading, your challenges, your goals. And then it's a great time for you to ask me questions about any particular questions you have about the course. And then you can think about it as long as you want after the call. And if you decide, hey, I want to improve my trading, I want to take Greg's course, which it will, I promise you, then just write me back and say, yeah, I want to get going, and we'll get it scheduled. And I will teach you everything I know about trading. Secondly, I do have a really good online video course on udemy.com. It's called the Deep Dip Buy Stock Trading Strategy. It's very affordable. It's like $12. The link is in the description of this video. I've gotten so many great reviews, so much feedback, and just because it's $12 doesn't mean it's a rinky-dink course. It's not. It's 9.5 hours of video. I teach you step by step how to trade the Deep Dip Buy Stock Trading Strategy, and it's a great course. 26 videos, 9.5 hours 9.5 hours of videos, 26 videos total, 15 study guides. And a great thing is when you're taking that course on Udemy, you can just come here in the last hour of the market. And if you're taking the course, you have any questions, just put them in the chat and I will, explain it to you, show you graphically up on the screen as well. And then lastly, as always, if you like today's podcast, I really would appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. It does help to build the channel, keep the channel around, lets YouTube know there's some valuable content here. And there's a lot of people out there that need help with trading. They need a good guide to learn some good principles, and you can really help me get them here by just hitting the thumbs up button. So help me help them by hitting the thumbs up button if you found something today that you found valuable. Okay, done with business. Okay, so let me go back up here. Okay, so Steve Burns is long Angie for Angie's list. Steve is long at 1445. Okay, there we go. Good luck on that one, Steve. UTZ. Steve is also long UTZ at 2512. Okay, there we go. Frank says, Steve, I always felt a potato chip stick like UTZ should be bought on the dip. Nice. Timothy said, did you see SDC? SDC. Smile Direct. Bam. Look at that. Very nice. Did you have that, Steve? Look how much it moved. Yeah. I'm sorry. Did you have that, Tim? Please say yes. Nice chip analysis, Frank. Kamal, no trades today for Kamal. George says, thanks. Very instructive as always. Thank you, George. Appreciate that, kind sir. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Tracy and I are out of PM. Yeah. That was just rude, wasn't it? That was just literally rude. Okay, so I am out of PM as well. But, you know, not all of them are winners, right? Okay, and then Frank, I don't know if you're still in, but if you are, let me know so I can take you out. Out of terror. Okay, so I sold half. And Tracy and Paxton are out. And they're in Jeff. Shoot. Yeah, I can't put that one up there, so I'm sure somebody will remind me tomorrow. I'll write myself a little note that we need to look at Jeff over on TradingView. Gary's also in Jeff. Again, sorry, but I can't put it up there because I don't have them in these charts. But I'll just move Tracy and Gary over here. Oh, I'm putting you into Packy in large caps, buddy. What do you think of that? All right, so everyone who is in this is already in this, so I'm really not adding. Gary is out of a third of DKNG. Nice trade, Gary. I think that's excellent. Okay, that was a half. Oh, I can't do that math. Out of a third. I can't do public math. Well, actually I do, but not that well. Paxton like that. Good. Bam. And I'm out of APPN. Anyone else want to chastise me about that? This is your chance. I am super happy with that trade. Yeah, it could get to the 200, and I hope it does. Honestly, I don't care, and I'm very happy with that trade. And APPN and I have just grown apart, and this was the day that we no longer are together. Thank you, APPN. That was great. Chugged on up there. CMI. Good, good. I did sell half, didn't I? I did, right? Yeah. All right. Of LMT with a close below the previous day's low. So that one's taken care of as well. REKR. Man, it was up so nice earlier. Gave it back, but still, it's fine. I will not complain. Well, I will, but just not on this podcast. But did nail a profit target up there. So that's good. SPY, we have the new overnight SPYR. TER, I sold half with the loss of the 5 and the 20. Twitter, just hanging out. Have a long way down to the stop. Already took half, been taking profits. So I love this position when you get into a nice under 200, over 200, and it starts to trend. After I get my first close below the previous day's low, after it's reached a 1.5 ATR trailing stop level, then it's just easy breezy, easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? So, you know, at this point, can I lose money on this trade? I guess it would have to gap down significantly, but I like these. Just no pressure. Just go as high as you want. That'd be great. Kamal says, I think that MSTR setup is perfect. Well, I do too. I mean, we'll find out tomorrow how perfect it was, but it's a false breakout to the downside. It's closed back over the 200-day moving average. More importantly, an upward sloping 200-day moving average. MACD is positive. Kamal, in the crypto accounts that I trade, I did get it in the futures that I trade right near the 30. So I had a great day on that for the group that you know about. And so that's worked out really well. I'm really glad for them. And also for me, I'm taking this position along with Tracy and Paxton. What did VIX do today? VIX was up a little bit. Oh, thank goodness you sold PM at cost. Let's just hurry and get this nasty chart off of here. Gary says, thank you, Greg. Have a great day, everyone. Nice trade again on APPN. It was a very pleasant divorce for you. That's interesting. I've never had anyone ever mention me and a divorce in the same sentence in my entire life, Gary. That's interesting. It's been a very pleasant divorce. Is there such a thing? I don't know. Well, I hope to never find out. Once I get married, I just want to be married. No divorces. All right, universe? All right, Vinny says, CSIQ. That was a good entry. Missed that. CSIQ. Canadian something. Solar? Oh, yeah. That is good. False breakout to the downside. Bullish engulfing bar. Not a legitimate V1, but a legitimate V2. You can't have a V1 and a V2. This is one of those kind of confusing things. It is a V1 because we did go under the previous day's low a little bit. But it's a very valid V2 if you want to look at it in that context, and false breakouts to the downside. We'll see if it can get above the 50 RSI. That would be a key. But if I did take this trade and tomorrow it went up and lost the 50 RSI, rejected it, I would sell half. So I don't mind buying too close to the 50 RSI because if I'm wrong, I'm going to get out of half very, very quickly. So, hey, great day today. Fantastic. Really fantastic day today. Very grateful for that. Hey, while we're at it, let's read our thing. If we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction, by Martin Kornfeld. Is the world in the right direction? It could be better. And if we went out and did one nice thing for another person today, it would make it even better, right? It could get the world going in the right direction. And you know me, I'm a big animal lover, been a big part of my life. And so I really love animals. I really believe that, they have souls and they're, living, feeling beings, and just like we are. So, why not go out and do something nice for an animal as well? It will make the animal happy. It will make the human happy. It should make you happy. It's a win-win all around. And I like at the end of the podcast to talk about this every day because I just think it's a good saying and it's something we should all get in the habit of. And who knows, maybe one day when you need it, somebody will be there for you as well. All right, so here's Jeffrey Financial Group. False breakout the downside, closed over 50 RSI, all that good stuff. Will it go up? I don't know. We'll see. We're going to find out tomorrow. Kamal's thank you, Greg, and all. Have a great day, everyone. You as well, Kamal. Good chatting with you yesterday. Michael says, thank you for everything, Greg. You're certainly welcome, Leva. Appreciate you. Frank says, we miss Katie, dog. Oh, man. I missed my dog, Katie, yesterday so much. I was just mentioning that. Here we go. Katie was my little Gossett trading and mentoring mascot. She just sat by me the whole time. She was my trading partner for many years. What a beautiful girl. Clever, clever, smart, beautiful girl. And that was back September 1st of last year. I remember that was the day. I couldn't do the podcast that day. I just didn't have it in me. But boy, do I love this girl. Yes, I do. Love you, Kate. Okay. Ava says, many thanks and a beautiful day, everyone. Thank you, Ava. Really, thank you so much for being here. And it was great speaking to you last night. Vinny says, good wording from Martin K. My Maltese Calvin passed away last Tuesday. Oh, Vinny, I'm so sorry. He was an incredible dog. Miss him a lot. Anyway, good night, everyone. Take care. Vinny, so sorry, man. Seriously. When people tell me they just lost their pets, I just ache for them because I know what I go through, and I assume everyone goes through the same thing. So it was a Maltese. Gosh darn it. Well, I guess, all I can say is remember the good times, and I'm sure your Maltese was lucky to have you as a father. And yep, really sorry for that, my friend. And thanks for coming today, and hope you have a good night as well. Well, what do you think, everyone? We done? Anyone have any questions? If they do, just let me know. I somehow bought 250 shares of VIX at the close. I don't remember putting that order in. Usually I mess up with VIX when I go to buy 100 shares of VIX and I accidentally buy 100 shares of Amazon. I have no idea. It's happened many times. I better not even talk about it because the last time I talked about it, I did it again. I was like, how is this possible? So I'm going to pretend that I didn't even say that. But yeah, I somehow bought 250 shares of VIX market on close. I must have, wait, did I get SPY? Yeah, I did get SPY. So I don't really understand how that happened, but I have 250 shares of VIX. I'll probably just sell them in the aftermarket. He was a joy, thanks. They all are. They all are. Someone asked me today if I like this type of dog. I'm like, I love all dogs. I love all dogs. And the nice thing with my hiking is that I always meet so many dogs up on the trails, little foster dogs that I meet and know. Hey, by the way, everybody, I'm putting an addition on my house. At least I think I am. I hired a architect, and I live right up by the mountains. I have this most unbelievable view, probably one of the best views in the city. And my house was designed not to take advantage of the view. So I am going to put a trading office in there, may put a little gym. I'm gonna increase have like a living room area, maybe a gym, definitely an office. And it's if I understand it correctly, it's going to be like ceiling to floor windows, so that when you come into this house and you look, it will just be this unbelievable panoramic view of the mountains. And I wish I could show you. Obviously, I'll show you when it gets done. And I'm also going to put a terrace up, like a rooftop terrace. It's going to be great. If anyone's ever in Ogden, come on by. We'll sit outside. We'll look at the mountain. Michael Wilkinson says, at least it's not yen. You know that story, Mike? It was the most horrific trading mistake I have ever made in my life. I was long 2 contracts of the Japanese yen. They were nicely in the money. I hit the button to sell one because I just wanted to halve my position, but I didn't sell one. I sold 100 because when I put one in, the previous trade I had was in the queue of the browser and it pulled up 100. So I went from 2 contracts to what I thought was 1 contract, but I didn't. I went from 2 long contracts to 98 full futures contracts of the yen. And if you don't know about futures, that is a lot, like a lot. And I came in, I went outside, I came in, I looked, I had like a $68,000 loss, something like that. And I was like, what are you talking about? And like, it took me a few minutes to process it, figure it out. And I literally couldn't not get my hand to the mouse to cover the trade. And then it dawned on me what happened. I was like, oh, great. I'm short like $12 million worth of the yen. And it went up. Not a lot. With 98 contracts, it doesn't take that much. But as it turns out, I'm glad I had a little bit of a delay in getting to my mouse, because I ended up, when I had to correct my mistake, I only lost like $2,200 after being down like 65, 68,000. I can't remember now. But the real rub of the story is, not proud of this, but this is when I used to smoke. I went outside to smoke. I didn't smoke the whole cigarette. I went out with Katie, had a half a cigarette, came back in. Had I stayed out there, this is the one cigarette that I really should have smoked the entire cigarette, because had I stayed out there, smoked the entire cigarette, and come back in, I think it would have been like a $220,000 gain. Can you imagine walking into that? Holy smokes. Anyway, I will never, ever forget that day. I remember I walked over when I met my neighbor and said, because I don't drink hardly at all. And I walked over my neighbor. I was like, do you have a beer? He's like, yeah, what's up? And I was like, and I told him the story. Wow. But anyway, that's what Michael's referring to. At least it's not yen. Still though, 100 shares of Amazon does get up there, but wow. Anyway, hope that didn't bore you, my nightmare trading story. I'd like to hear some of your nightmare trading stories. Maybe we should make that a segment once a week. You know, they're always painful, but other people I think are always kind of interested in hearing them, like driving by a car accident. That sounds bad, but you know what I mean, right? All right, well, I am teaching tonight, so I am going to go, get my hiking clothes on, go for a nice hike. It's a beautiful day here in Utah. And yeah, so that's what's happening. That is what's happening. So I appreciate you being here today. I hope you have a good rest of your day, everybody. Be good, be safe, drive safe, and go out and do something nice for a human and an animal. And tomorrow's Wednesday, so if you have Garbage Wednesday, tonight's the night. I'm reminding myself as I'm reminding everyone else. So thanks for coming, everybody. On the way out, I have to run that U.S. legal disclaimer, and I will talk to you all tomorrow, hopefully. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity.